Hello and welcome to the Football Parliament podcast, a one-stop destination for all your football discussions, opinions, and debates. So today we will be reviewing Goal.com's top 10 contenders for Ballon d'Or this season. As we know, the season end is approaching, and we have the stats and the trophy cabinet of all the leagues and the players. So it will be a very good discussion for today. For this, I have with me Palash Modi, Rishabh Kumar, and Tanish Tewari. Just a disclaimer, none of us has even read the list or has not even gone through the list as of now. So our reaction will be a very raw reaction and a very first reaction to the list. So starting with the number 10, we have Erling Haaland. Tanish, your take on Erling Haaland being the number 10.
Yeah, maybe I have been a bit too harsh on him the last time we spoke. But yeah, Erling Haaland, yes, maybe if you say top 10 best players in the world currently, yes, he's not won a lot of trophies, not the Bundesliga. I don't think he'll win the Euros with Norway. But yes, he's won the Pokal. So I think it's a justified spot in 10th.
Yeah, I agree with
Palash, your take?
Palash.
Yeah, Erling Haaland, I think Goal have got this one quite accurate because we all are aware of the emphasis that France Football lay on team accomplishments and trophies. He has won a domestic cup, but he's not won the Bundesliga. His individual numbers are pretty great. He's not going to win the Euros as well. So I think 10th is quite justified, and it is something that we can see come December.
So next, moving on, we have a Man City player, and
Phil
smile on
Foden.
Rishabh's face. It just tells everything. Rishabh, please take over.
I really hate to say this, but until and unless the Champions League final is said and done, you know, until and unless if Manchester City win it, Phil Foden does not deserve a top 10. He's been absolutely phenomenal this season. Don't get me wrong. He has been one of the best youngsters in world football right now. Definitely a top 20. A top 10 is actually contingent on the fact of the Champions League final. That is all it hangs on for me. He has been absolutely phenomenal. A top 20 for sure, but a top 10 has to be decided on, post Champions League final for me. What about you, Chirag?
I do feel that it's quite a big stretch having Phil Foden as a top 10 players in the entire world. I don't see this happening because has he even contributed? He has done well. I know he has, but has he done enough? I think he's not played as many games as he's not got as many minutes as some of the other people on this list. The only reason I can get justification for his inclusion is if City win the finals and England have a decent enough chance with the Euros. So
Hmm.
it might be justified over there, but ninth still seems a bit high for Phil
Yeah.
Foden appointed.
And adding to Palash's point, see, you have won the Carabao Cup. He has won the Premier League. He will be competing with England, a very good squad that has a very bright chance of going all over a great run in Euros. And if he goes to win the Champions League, I hope they don't. But if they do, definitely he could be a contender because for Man City, he has been one of their best players.
Yeah. But like I said, it depends on the Champions League final for me. Absolutely
Yes,
phenomenal, but
obviously, Ballon
then,
d'Or is
yeah.
individual honor, and maybe going for counting team trophies in individual honor won't make sense to me. It
Yeah,
never did before as well, and it won't make it any in the future as well.
yeah. He's a
So
definite
this we move on.
future. He's a definite
Yeah,
future Ballon d'Or contender, but this season individually, oh, he's
and no, I'll just add a point. If we are going for Phil Foden for the team trophies, if Chelsea were to win the Champions League, then you can add Mason Mount as well. This guy has also
Yeah,
competed in FA Cup
forget
finals.
about Chelsea. Just look at Man City. Do you even think that he's been Man City's best player? I can see 3 to 4 players in the City team that, according to me, would rank in this list higher than Foden. So
Palash,
unless
we are still 8 players down. 8 players, you can have 4 Man City players, so you cannot
yeah,
doubt as of now.
that's why I said unless we have got more City players, I definitely think that the likes of Diaz, Gundogan, De Bruyne, all of these players have been more
Mares.
impactful.
yeah.
Maris, definitely. Maris. All of these players have been more impactful than Foden. So are you saying that goal is going to include all of these? We'll see, but I just don't see Foden that nine. That's it.
And
Moving
number
on to the
eight.
next, it is another Man City player. Tanish, all the way to you. Gundogan.
Yeah, no, I would argue with anyone on this. I think eighth spot for Gundogan I think is justified simply because I like the midfielder. I like this midfielder a lot. He he has developed into a new role, and I think everyone knows how important he has been in that midfield. When no one was scoring goals for Man City, when no one was firing, he stepped up. When they were not playing with strikers, he tried to get into scoring areas, did very well, scored in big matches. And yes, as we all know, they've already won the Carabao Cup and the Premier League. And look at the numbers. We are just talking about the league goals currently. 14 goals and 6 assists. That's not bad for a midfielder. And if you look at his overall season stats, I'm definitely sure he's somewhere near 16 to 17 goals and somewhere
14 goals and
around 9 to 10 assists. So it's really
it is
not
14
that
goals
bad.
and
And no, I think that's only the league stats.
No,
I've
it's
okay.
seen
not.
the numbers, and
Yeah,
same
I
for
think he will have a say in the Euros as well for Germany. They've got quite a tough group, but they
exactly.
are a good team overall. So we will say it all depends on the Champions League finals and the European
Yes,
Championships in the summer.
exactly.
And before giving my verdict on Gundogan, I want to see the remaining list because I cannot say if he is one of the best
Can
as
I
of
I
now.
I want to add on to Tanish. Like, yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal. One of our most improved this season. But it's the hype for me. I personally I love this team with my entire heart. I love the player as a whole as well. But it's just the hype, and I'm actually very surprised that in a top 10, where you've had really like extremely well performing players. Ilkay Gundogan has been one of them. But I don't know. It's a 50-50 for me. I really can't decide if he deserves it or not. But moving on to number 7, Chirag, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
I have three
oh,
Chelsea fans in the panel
okay.
today, and we
N'Golo
have
Kante.
N'Golo Kante. So
Right, N'Golo
before
Kante,
anyone, I will
definitely,
go for it.
definitely.
No, no, please, Palash.
Right, right, okay.
Yeah, see, first of all, N'Golo Kante has been the engine. He has been getting to his best once again. He has been performing to the level he used to. We know he has been nominated amongst the top three when he won the Premier League with Chelsea, and Chelsea were performing really well. But this season, going for him as the number 7, I truly will back him if he goes to win on the Euros with France, but definitely not the best according to me. He has not played enough in the Premier League to judge him. If
Hmm.
obviously he's better than the likes gone above, like in the form of Gundogan or Phil Foden. According to me, he's the better option than them. But going into a top 10 at seven position does worry me because we have see he won the semi-finals for us alone. He was running in the big matches. He has been performing the best according to me. But definitely he needs a very good Euros. He needs to get that the prestigious best player award in Euros if he has to go to win the Ballon d'Or or it be in contention in top 5.
Hmm. No, I back
One
Chirag on
thing I would
this.
like to add over there is that it's a yearly award. It's not a seasonally award, which is the Ballon d'Or. The most of the games that Kante has missed were in the latter part of 2020. In 2021, Tuchel came over. Yes, I agree. In the starting, he preferred the pivot of Joacic, but since then, especially in the big games, there was Manchester United, there was Atletico Madrid, there was Real Madrid twice. I think Kante has been key for Chelsea, and he's also a part of one of the favorites for the European tournament. So I think that seventh for N'Golo Kante is quite justified.
No, I
Could have
agree
been
with
higher if Chelsea won the FA Cup.
no, I agree with
Yeah,
Chirag. It
Rishabh.
is worrisome. It is very worrisome to see N'Golo Kante in the top 10. He's definitely between 20 to 15 for me personally, but this season, the first, up until the very latter half, it was almost like, Kante was invisible. It was only until like, the latter half, where the big matches, like Palash named Madrid, Atletico, Leicester City, and especially, United and Manchester City as well is, when we kind of started to notice him a little bit. So, top 7 is not for me.
One thing we need to keep in mind is that it's only 5 months into 2020, so it's not exactly a review, it's also a prediction. So probably if the player
Yeah, if
hasn't
I have to
impressed,
predict, I can put him in top 7, either even in top 5. If, as I said, if he has a very good
it's
Euro,
it's not
a
just a
very good.
review.
I
It's
don't
it's not
need.
on what he has already achieved, but what he can achieve before the end of the year. So I think it's justified with that. I think we should move on to six as well.
Okay,
Wow,
okay.
amazing.
Tanish, take over.
Yeah, as you all know, I really love a conventional, old-fashioned striker, and Romelu Lukaku, really, I rate him very highly. But to be one of the top 6 players in world football right now, yes, I appreciate him a lot and what he has done for Inter with Syria in the Syria, but I don't feel he has done enough in Europe this season, and I just don't see how he's top six in the world means something. It is really prestigious. I mean, his numbers have been fantastic, but yes, apart from the individual side, they have only won the Serie A. That's the only substantial thing they've won. They have not won the cups. They are out of Europe and they are doing well in the Serie A, but that's all there is. And maybe he fires on to next season and keeps his form up. But I don't see how he's top 6 in the Ballon d'Or rankings. I just don't understand it. I'm sorry.
Rather, Tanish, I'll just go completely opposite to you. I can see him a bit lower in the list as well. Lower in the list, I mean in the fifth or the fourth position as well. He has been performing really well for Inter. According to me, he won the Scudetto for them because he was the key man for Inter. Be it Antonio Conte's magic or anything you can say, but Lukaku was putting in numbers like nothing, like anything, obviously. And if we are talking about this year itself, as Palash mentioned, that we are talking about this year only, 2021. He has like 16 goals, seven assists. That will be the best I could see coming up in again as well. And not to forget, Belgium are a very top squad. Lukaku for Belgium is like another level. If when he plays for Belgium, you can guarantee a goal from him whenever he plays for
I mean,
Belgium.
it all depends on Euros, as I said. If he
But then,
goes on to win the Euros, even if he goes on to win the Golden Boot winner in the Euros, it will be a big thing.
Chirag,
But as Tash said, that being the top inside the top 6 players in the entire world, you've got so many leagues, you've got so many
yeah,
teams. According to me, it's a stretch as well. I would have him in my top 10, but I would not have him in my top 6.
Chirag, to counteract a point,
Now,
with the
yeah,
international team, the national team at least. Look at Belgium's squad, man. You have the likes of Eden Hazard, for example, Kevin De Bruyne. So yes, he is going to bang in those goals. But individually, like completely agree with Tanush. This season, individually, he's not been the very best. He's had an excellent Inter Milan side to back him up. Not a top 10 for me. I do not understand why he's in this top 10.
with difference in opinion, we move to the number fifth, and this is a very big downgrade for a player
Oh,
who is in
Have they
contention for
have they completely
great players.
lost it? They've put Lionel
no,
Messi
I'm
on
sorry.
5th position. What is happening over here?
I'm sorry.
Lionel
So who
Messi
do we
on
have in
5th
top
position.
four?
No, I know what they've done over here. They've gone for the fact that he hasn't won La Liga. They've gone for the fact
Yeah.
that Argentina are not probably favorite for the Copa America, but that doesn't matter. It's an individual
Palash,
award, which would
28
be
goals, 9 assists in this calendar year itself. 5 months
it's just
into it,
5 months and
28 goals.
this is crazy. And having him outside the top, I wouldn't say where I would want to see Messi, but having him outside the top 3 is criminal over here, especially at number 5. I just want to see the
If
players
I if I
that
see
are
if I see Harry Kane in a number 4 or number 3 spot instead of Lionel Messi, I will
Yeah,
actually.
seriously.
Bro,
No,
This
you
is so
I'm
can't.
also
messy.
on to add a
not just
point.
a high Kane. I think I'm pretty sure we're going to see players that are certainly not have been better than Lionel Messi. I
Oh,
think Messi at
definitely.
5 is a disgrace.
My
It's a complete
bias,
disgrace.
No,
my
I'll just
bias
say,
as the best player in the world is going to be obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, but Lionel Messi, I'm sorry, he is the GOAT. Like Palash said, it is actually illegal to have him outside the top 3. I do not see why
This is
this.
such a
Kind of individual
surprising
numbers that he's
position.
put up, the kind of impact that he has had on Barcelona with the
Not
19 game
only
unbeaten run.
no, yeah, on world football
I,
as well.
moving
It's
on, moving on,
embarrassing.
moving on to the next position. I just can't wait to see who the rest four are.
who is this? Okay, Ruben Diaz. Oh,
Okay.
I'll just start with that.
Yeah,
No, no, I'll just
Let's go
start with
straight. Oh, all right, Chirag. Yeah.
yeah. See, obviously he has been one of the best players. He has been City's best player this season. Won the Premier League, in contention for the Champions League, won the Carabao Cup, and he is playing for Portugal, the defending champions in the Euro. He, for me, goes up the order. He should be the second, first, or the third position, according to me, not definitely the fourth. I do not know who the three are now. I definitely thought that he will be much higher if we have Messi at fifth. Rishabh,
I
if
actually,
you are over,
I'll be honest. Before I heard you talk about Ruben Diaz, I was honestly thinking like, why is he like in the top 5, like top 10? Amazing, yeah, definitely. But after hearing the way you've spoken, I've sort of understood more over the importance of what he's been as a player. Like I know his importance. This season, like he's just been absolutely phenomenal. I think because when
see,
I
I'll just add, just a minute. See, when Virgil van Dijk was nominated for the Ballon d'Or in the top three contenders,
was
he
second,
just won the Champions League.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he just won the Champions League. He is now going to win the most difficult league, Premier League. He has won the cup this time. It will be a treble. If you have not
it
won the
it
FA Cup, I
certainly would
understand you
be.
cannot
It
win the FA
certainly
Cup.
would be. But my concern here is again the hype and the expectation that has been put around this player.
I think
Because
it's quite an unfair comparison of Virgil van Dijk and Ruben Diaz
yeah,
here. I think the
Virgil
impact
van
that
Dijk
Van
is
Dijk
world
had on
class.
the Liverpool defense is way more than Ruben Diaz has had on City. I know he's been a good signing, but then also need to consider that he's got a very informed John Stones, Joao Cancelo, and Kyle Walker
Edison.
alongside him. I think
Alexander's been good.
Virgil van Dijk had
Okay.
Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I just don't see him at 4 myself. Probably fifth, sixth, but I need to see the players that I definitely don't see him above Lionel Messi.
Again,
Yeah,
Definitely.
for me, I
Let's go
think
down.
he's
Let's go
in
down.
5 to 10, but not 4th. Seriously.
Let's go down.
Oh, please just don't go down. Just don't go down.
I have to.
Yeah, why have they put the picture before? We already get like the spoiler kind of thing. So
what do we say? What do we say about this?
I mean, it's a decent choice with the fact that he's
Last season,
before
okay.
saying-
No,
just
last season.
We've
before
broken
saying
Gerd
he
Muller's
did
record
30
of
goals.
40 goals. His goal scoring numbers have been crazy. But then again, they've not reached even the semi-finals of the Champions League. They've not even won the DFB Pokal Cup. I highly doubt if Poland are going to go on to win the Euros.
Oh,
So it's just
definitely not getting past the group stage.
so it's just the Bundesliga. Yes, he scored a lot of goals. I think he's 10 or 15 goals clear of any other player in top 5 leagues, which is something they've considered before putting him over here. But I don't think 3. I think probably top 5, probably 6 or 7, but I don't think 3.
Yeah, I think
No, I can debate on you. Debate with you. Tell me, how many games do we play till Christmas in a season?
Could you come again?
I'm saying how many games do we play till the December
around
season?
20,
Like
around 20, around
Yeah,
15
the
to
season-
20.
around 20.
Half a
See,
season, yeah.
Bundesliga has 34 games. Even if I consider he played 17 games this year, he has 17 games and 5 or 6 more games considering the Europes. He has 30 goals in them. He has 4 assists. What do you want else from him? What we are expecting him? Any
I mean, at
player,
some
give
point,
me any
yes,
player
correct.
stats. If give me players stat all over the season. I'm talking about half a season stats. You give me the season stats of whole season and show me better stats than this.
I mean, I'll back Chirag with that point,
I
but
back
simply
Chirag.
just think about the current situation. Who is the most consistent and the most informed and lethal player in the world? That is
And
Robert
I don't know,
Lewandowski.
someone
We
might agree, but
cannot
That is
debate
the
with
award.
that.
That is
And
what
apart
that
from
is
the
the award for.
trophies that he has won this year, we've just got to consider the immense individual performance and impact he's had. Not just this year, but even in 2020, he has been incredible. I don't know how he ranks 3rd. I expected him to be in the top 2. And if I see, say, a Ronaldo in the top 2, I would be surprised, to be very honest.
I don't think
Yeah,
we're
I
Now
going to
just
see
agree.
it.
moving on quickly. Quickly moving on. We have a shortage of time. Quickly moving on to the top 2.
See,
So
there's
do you
going to
want
be
me to display them both together?
no. I think there's going to be one. There's going to be Mbappe, and there's going to be a De
I
Bruyne.
think I know who I
Is that
see.
De
I think I know
Bruyne?
who I see. I think I know who I
Yeah,
see.
it's De Bruyne.
I saw ginger hair, so I can make out De Bruyne, which is an absolute disgrace. This is not true.
Before
Kevin De Bruyne
No.
hasn't.
before talking, I'll move on to the number 1 as well to discuss it all together.
Definitely is Kylian Mbappe.
But how? Tell me how. See, Palash, you contradicted me with Robert Lewandowski that he has not went to the semi-finals. He has not won the League Cup. Paris
Agreed. Yeah.
Saint-Germain, the dominating force of
Ah,
France, are not even going to win the Liga this year. They are not even going to win the league, and he has not scored more than
Depends today. It
Lewandowski this
depends today. It
season.
depends today. It depends on today if they win league.
Yeah, it does.
The
But then
we know
again,
you have to
Liga, even
complete
if
this
they win,
card.
I'm sorry. Now
You
that
have
I
to
see,
even
complete
if
this
they,
card.
now that I
even
see
if they
the
win,
top three, now that I've seen the top three, I will tell you my top three: Robert Lewandowski, Kevin De Bruyne, Lionel Messi. I'm sorry, that
but
is the
Rishabh,
rank.
Yeah,
you
we are not.
really think that De Bruyne should be a part of the top
De
three?
Bruyne, oh,
De Bruyne
definitely, De
was
Bruyne has
injured.
been so good this season. Forget the other past seasons, even last season where he's gotten the 20 goal tally with Thierry Henry. This season, irrespective if he got the final ball for an assist or not, you should see the impact he's had on our midfield and our creativity. Why do you think people like Phil Foden, Ruben Diaz, Ilkay Gundogan on the list? It's because the supplier of those last minute balls, even if he doesn't make the assist, is Kevin De Bruyne. He's so
I'll
influential.
just Rishabh, I'll just add some notable mentions that are notable names that are missing from this list.
Definitely.
That might be in the top 20. We have not gone through the whole list.
One
Kareem,
more thing, one more thing. Isn't it become like a fact that I don't know if y'all have said it or not, but the narrative over social media, isn't it like a fact that Bruno Fernandes has had a better season than De Bruyne? De
No,
Bruyne a better player,
definitely,
Fernandes a better
I'm sorry.
season.
definitely has.
Isn't that? And he's
Definitely
not
has.
even in the top 10.
Yeah, I
So I
think
mean,
that is the narrative. De Bruyne a
it's
better
definitely
player, but Bruno Fernandes has had a better
Bruno
season.
better in
Definitely.
form.
but
De Bruyne's
it is
class is
true to an
better than
extent,
Bruno,
Anish,
but
the
form is
impact that
Bruno's
Bruno
is better.
has had on Manchester United. I'm not saying that he deserves to be second, but I think probably in the 10, and I don't think De Bruyne deserves to be second with
He's
De
not even in
Bruyne
the top
definitely,
10.
De Bruyne definitely deserves, and let me tell you why. Bruno Fernandes came into, a United squad where they weren't, good at like let's say examples like set pieces or let's say a penalty for example, and we jokingly call him Fernandes and all. But if you look at the stats, the amount of penalties Bruno Fernandes has taken this season is, I think, somewhere around 15. It's certainly not 20. I know that it's between those two numbers. So
I think it's 14.
what, be that as it may, Bruno Fernandes has had an amazing season. He's been very influential, but I'm sorry, like he's not better than Kevin De Bruyne this season. Very more consistent, yes, but an overall better player this season. It has always been Kevin De Bruyne. It was never Bruno Fernandes.
I think amidst all of this Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes, we are forgetting that Kylian Mbappe is ranked first.
This is
How is he
insanity.
ranked
It's
first?
insanity. It's
This is
insanity. The way you take.
No,
One thing. I think
I just
let's
laid out
address
6 lines in it.
number two and then let's get to number one. One thing I would like to say is that if you just look at the goal contributions for now, I know it's not everything, but it is quite a significant thing. Bruno Fernandes, if you remove all his penalties, he will still have the most number of goal contributions as a midfielder in Europe. Uh, he will, if you remove all of his cup stats, which is 16 GA, then he will still have. Even if you remove all of his assists, he will still have. I found this via MUCFC Daily. It's quite a reliable platform. It says Bruno Fernandes with 45 GA all competition compared to 26 with De Bruyne. So I think these numbers do say something. I think they definitely do say something.
No, I'm sorry, but Kevin De Bruyne has definitely deserved number two for me. So,
It's okay.
it's
You can
not the
have it this
bias.
way. It's not a big
It's really not the bias.
No, moving on to number one, can you see this first line? Mbappe netted both PSG goals as they reached Coupe de France final. Who cares? Even Tielemans scored in the FA Cup final. Give it to them.
Yeah, exactly.
He won it, right?
I
Give
mean,
it to him.
for me, he's a top 5 to top 10, but come on, first. Just
But are we
amazing.
not
This is
going to
I don't
address
have
the
anything
fact?
to
Are we
say.
not going to address the fact that we downgraded Lionel Messi and Robert Lewandowski to
Robert
give Kylian
Lewandowski,
Mbappe the number one?
exactly. And
And also add, see, we do not have a Real Madrid player, Karim Benzema. He was in the Champions League semi-final. If Lukaku deserves it
exactly.
there, definitely Benzema deserves it.
He might be in the top
And
20.
even
We saw him. I saw him in
And
the top 20.
yeah, and Chirag,
He's in the
also the
11.
he's
fact
not
that
top
he
20.
is going to the Euros now, and France are one of the favorites for the Euros. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
So it is a battle between Mbappe and Neymar then. Oh, Mbappe and Benzema then at France.
Let's see. It's quite a weird list for me. I definitely don't think that Mbappe is at number one. I don't think that De Bruyne is at number two, even though you all might disagree. Personally, for me, the one and two have to be Lionel Messi and probably somewhere. I don't know. I'm not so sure, but I think it has to be the way Messi has played. He needs to be in the top 2 or the top 3 at least, and definitely not Kylian Mbappe.
Guys, let's
So I'll
rate
just
this
wrap up the
list
video
out
here,
of
Tanish.
10. Let's just rate this list out of 10 quickly. For me, it's not even a 3, it's a 2 out of 10.
I'm
Three or
sorry,
two?
it's a 1. I'm sorry, but
I
this
think-
is
I think
Well,
it started. I think it started well with Haaland being at 10 and some of the good picks. I think, but
Yeah,
you know,
this
some
is
of
a
the
lot.
inclusions like Foden and then Messi being at 5 and then finally Mbappe being at 1. I will give it a bit more generous 4.
Chirag,
Okay.
quickly.
With this, I think we have completed. We are done with the video. We definitely thank you for staying this long, and will be knowing. Will be curious to know your opinion as well. And if you want our own predicted top 10, FPP's own predicted top 10 Ballon d'Or list, do comment down. We will surely get you the video. So that's it from us. Thank you.